Today's date is Tuesday, March the 15th. Got to use my cell phone so I don't know how to start. This time I got water so I don't have to keep pausing and without unforeseeable problems with my technical difficulties. Decided to put the camera a little bit closer. I didn't like the distance that I had. Also, I think I know a way to prevent these problems from happening, because I normally wait until Saturday to do the editing. Once I'm done here, I'm going to edit. I technically can upload the video today, but I'm going to wait till Monday. So when you guys see this was last week on my recording. Because I like to talk about whatever subject that I'm going to be bringing up. But I lost count. I lost my train of thought. Just had been one of those. I've been having one of those weird days today. It's the way I function. But I'm not going to I'm not going to talk about that. I am going to talk about something that the subject is about rating, and this may be a couple episodes, like down the road, come up with a part 2 for this one, because rating covers a lot of things. PvP covers a lot of things. So I think we're just gonna. Well, before I get into it, last week's videos, because of all the errors, technically, once I record a video, I can't go back and edit and touch it up. But I got crazy with my editing. I think I accidentally deleted the second part of the video from last week. There was actually 3 because the way the camera was recording. The second part of the whole Legion thing didn't come out. I'll probably talk about Legion later on. Will it be better than Warlords of Draenor? When I'm not as upset, because I was livid, because I actually had to re-record that whole topic 3 times that same day on Sunday, and that was late in the night, trying to get ready for episode to be uploaded on Monday, because I have to work, and once I come home from work, I go straight to the computer to upload so you guys can have content. Because I'm focusing on making videos for the channel more frequent now. And I enjoy doing it. It's just getting that first step, that motivation to do it, So I'll be focusing on that. I'm also getting ready this week. I am going to start the How to Warcraft. I can't wait to do that. I'm thinking of a thumbnail image that I can put on my videos for a custom thumbnail. I want to have that taken care of, and then have the background of that particular thing to be on the green screen where I'm talking and whatnot, so I can have that as my backdrop. So I got to think of a backdrop that's really cool, and then during the week I'll start recording. So I don't know when it's going to be uploaded, because I haven't started on the recording yet. I know what the how-to topic is going to be. It's just getting there, But I'm digressing. I'm not upset, so there should be no rants. But then again, just go with the flow. I might have a rant in the subject that I'm talking about, which is rating. And I actually should. Because it's very upsetting, especially coming from someone who's a hardcore rater, and I'm referring to myself. I was going to bring this up in a couple weeks, but in one of the BlizzCon groups that I'm in, someone had decided to rant about their rating experience. They can't get into a rating guild. And several guild masters actually commented on the post, and not in a way of making fun of the player. Usually when you have a raider that says, hey, I can raid, I'm trying to find a raiding guild, blah, 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 90% of the time you have raiders that come on that want to teach you how to do your DPS, or telling you what your fails are, where you suck at. We already have a core team. Thank you very much. Move along. But instead, the post is him ranting. And why it upsets him that he can't raid. He's forced. Guilds have forced him to be in the position that he's in, and he's trying to break free from it. It's like some of the guilds put their hands around their neck and go, no, but we'll keep you around. No, we'll keep you around type mentality. Choking the player, burning him out to the point to where they log into their main tune, they take care of everything they need to take care of, and they're bored. So they play their aughts because at least they're enjoying the game. And in some cases, they play their aughts in other guilds. I do that because why play on my main tune? I can't do nothing with him. Guilds are forcing me in this position. You can talk about going to other servers. Other servers ain't going to change nothing. Guilds have their core team. To get into a core team now, you basically have to be a famous YouTuber. You have to be a famous streamer. Your name has to be big, and you have to have friends who are these guild masters where you can join the clique or those who they favor. The one thing that I've noticed since Warlords of Draenor is with some of these guilds that have progressive rating actually say, hey, we need a full guild run. But they allow one of their friends from another server to run with them. So I'm going to use me as an example. So I commented on the same post and go, hey, I can get on my main tune and help you guys raid. No, Bod, we need a full guild. But you're using him from Manaroth server or Kel'Thuzad, whatever server. I don't know if Manaroth is even a server. I'm making it up. You're taking someone from Manaroth's server to raid on server A. So I can't go to Norganon to raid on server A, but they can. That person is part of the clique. It's part of the favoritism. And this is the part of raiding I really want to focus on. So this player makes the rant on the BlizzCon group, and it's a very good post because I thought I was the only one who is feeling this, where guilds are forcing me not to utilize my talent and my skill. Raiding is what I need to help me mentally. I can't describe it. I can't explain it. Only those who can relate can understand what I'm talking about. If you are asking me what that is, you can't relate. You can't describe it. It's something that's unexplainable. You have to. That's a whole different video, a whole different podcast that I want to talk about later on. Why I'm staying on focus. And these couple guild masters chime in saying, "Oh my God, this is what's upsetting us. Is that we need players to raid with us. We pug and we can't find no one to fill the row, and most of the time we are looking for DPS. You're a DPS. You'd be perfect to run with us." And we got planes flying in the background. Again, I apologize for the sounds in the background. Now the player is, I believe, Alliance, but he didn't really break into that because he wasn't trying to recruit. He was trying to rant. He's getting it off his chest. Why is this happening to me? So I wanted him to feel that he's not alone, because I'm in the same boat. And Beans, I can relate when it comes to raiding. Back in Cataclysm, it was the only time I actually really got to raid was Cataclysm. Mr. Pandera, I was really focusing on improve my mental health, who I am, how I'm going to play this game, how I'm going to focus on the gaming community. That was Mr. Pandera. That's why I like Mr. Pandera better, because it actually changed my direction, my attitude. But in Cataclysm is where I was raiding at least 5 to 6 days a week. And I was loving it. I was enjoying it. The more I can go into a raid, the better. And I don't know. I just love the environment. I don't care if we wipe 400 times. That I'm doing what I pay $15 a month to do, and that's to rate. That's all I cared about was rating. And what I have used back in Cataclysm, I still use today. I use a program called Fraps to record my gameplay. And once I start, or once the poll is start, I start recording. I hit the F12 button, whatever buttons that I used, I got macro to begin getting ready to DPS the boss and get ready for mechanics. I am so busy that I watch at least 4,000 YouTube videos a day, and I'm going to miss whatever I'm watching. So I listen to the Vent, the TeamSpeak, the Mumble, the Raid Call, the Discord. Well, I don't use Discord because Discord always break. Well, anyways, I'm utilizing these voice chat programs, and you hear the raid leader. They tell you what the boss is going to do, what the mechanics are. I pick up on the important stuff. Where to be at. Okay, got it. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. Okay, boom. And my raid awareness is so awesome. Like this past week, oh my God, it's a freaking miracle. I got to do a raid, Hellfire, normal. Oh my freaking God, I thought I was going to freak out because, oh my God, raiding exists? Raiding actually exists for the first time ever? I don't have to be item level 700 to do a normal. I don't have to have the stupid ring. I can actually go and raid. Holy crap, this is something new. I never knew this existed in World of Warcraft. It's totally freaking new. That was a rant. So this boss in Hellfire, he's got orange, he's got purple, he's got green in this room. I don't know the name of the boss. And well, as soon as I go in, I take a look at the room and I'm like, okay, these color coordinations are for certain things, or certain buffs. Got it. You don't need to explain that to me. What I do is I go in the room and I start jumping around. And when I jump around, I actually turn the camera to actually take a look at the layout. And I turn the camera to see where it would be good to actually start DPSing, where the camera zooms in on accident because the way the room is built. So I jump around to look like I'm a goofball. But what I'm actually doing is turning the camera to take a look to see what is the best angle, where's the best place to stand. I see that they're dropping down markers. I figure it out, I pick it up, and so they start telling out certain mechanics, so I'm listening to it in the headphones. I pick up on it, boom, boom, boom. Got it, watch for this, watch for that. When he does this range, do this, boom. When he does that, do this. Okay, I'm ready, let's go. I never watched a fight in my entire damn life. It was the third boss in Hellfire. Because they already killed the first two bosses on the main floor. I guess this was the main floor, I don't know. The main floor, what I call main floor, is outside before you run in. So, the fight happens and we kill the boss and we move on and we keep going on. It's the same thing. Go to the next room, figure it out, boom, boom. I got raid awareness. I pay attention to stuff that's on the ground. If I got something that's on my head, I don't run through the crowd. And 99.9% of the time, when there's something that's on my character, I don't want to run through the middle. I want to run towards the outside to the back and away from the group, because usually you need that middle to help for the pulls. So that's what I do. And when you get these little things, I just move away from the group that's got the least amount of people. So when I'm in the raid, I turn my camera and go, okay, everyone's over there. So if anything goes on my head, I'm going this way. No need to go over there. Got it. Something does show up on my head, I'll move. Because I already got my camera turned. And it helps because I do PvP a lot. So turning your camera makes your character turn real quick when you use one of the other buttons on the mouse. I can't memorize it. I can look, but I prefer to just do my best to spitball it out. So this player, that's my rating capabilities. All right. So this player just goes on a rant, and the guild masters of these particular guilds are upset that players are leaving the game because they're forced not to raid because the guilds don't want them to raid. They do, but they don't. You become, and this is the thing I've been feeling since Mr. Pandera, is I am a number in the guild. I have no importance. Although the players will disagree, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. If I'm not raiding, if I'm not doing gear progression on my character, I'm bored. There's nothing that you can do, events, all these cool monthly stuff that you do, does not tell me I'm part of a guild. I'm part of a guild if I'm raiding or if I'm PvP. Because PvP gets you, you can get honor points to get more gear. After a while, I just log in Warlords and I go into the garrison and I do my Facebook app garrison stuff. And I have separate windows for my chat. So I click on guild to see if anyone is saying, hey, are they doing anything? Or they're looking for more to do certain things. I'm not seeing it, so. And the one thing that really hurts, that makes it worse, is if the guild has a Facebook group. The Facebook groups back in Mr. Pandera were great because I'm more active on Facebook than I'm in the game because of my work schedule. But now I got a fixed schedule, so I'm in the game more than I am on Facebook. Well, it depends on when I'm off. But it seems like I'm more active on Facebook than I am in the game. Because when I log in the game, I get depressed because I can't do anything. The guilds are doing this to me. They're tying my hands. I can't do anything. I can't do nothing. Well, we got this event. Yeah. If all I can do in World of Warcraft is Event A and Event B, Event C, I'm going to get burnt out and I'm going to go play a different game because it's not challenging to me. I need to challenge my brain, my mental health. And raids give me stress. PvP gives me stress, which helps calm me down. And those two avenues are perfect in World of Warcraft where I can go about doing those things. Now, why is the Facebook group a bad thing? It's a cool, awesome thing to get to know your guildies. But when they start posting raids, you sit back going, okay, this is much more easier control to know what's going on when it comes to raids. Because if you log in, especially if you got guilds that are 800 plus players, and I'm in a couple of those guilds. The couple of guilds that I'm in that have these 800, 1,000 players, they don't have a Facebook group. You just see a guild message. Hey, we're looking for raiders. Contact this person. When you look at the list, you're like, holy cow. You got a big, huge list. I'm just there to support the guild because I like the name or it's on a certain server. It is what it is. Log in, I'm fine. But when there's a Facebook group, there's a way you can always go back to link to where you can actually comment. And that's where it becomes a fail because now the raid leaders and the officers judge you based on what you're typing. And me, my flaw is grammar. I do my best to talk. Sometimes I don't describe everything I want to describe. I'll look back at the videos and go, why did I bring this up? This is very important because my mind, I have to try to get my brain while I'm talking to stay on the path. And I can, if I do it too strong, my brain just goes on shutdown and I totally forget what I'm talking about. It's like right now is one of those moments. So I try to talk myself into opening up my brain to remember what I'm bringing up or what I'm talking about. And so I do apologize for the jump. deal with it. I have to live with this. It's much worse for you because you have to try to follow me. I have to live with this. I have to wake up and eat, sleep in this mind here. So now you have these posts. You chime in there. You know you talk weird. I do. I call it weird. It's the best way to say it safely without offending people. Next, I'm judged based on the grammar, how I just presented it, like how I wanted to join the run. Oh, I would love to join the run. At the time, I want to say that, but when I post it, it comes out totally different, and then everyone runs with that, and now the whole post is. So I sit back going, skip it, man. I don't want to raid with you guys. I don't want to deal with it. Forget about it. And I had one person tell me to GTFO in caps. I think he said, get out of the guild if you're wanting to raid. I thought you wanted to raid, and now you don't. GTFO, out of the guild. He may not have said get out of the guild. I could have seen that really quick. But when I saw that, I put him on block. He was an officer, so I blocked him. So now I can't see anything he posted in the guild, and I don't want to. After the response that I got out of it, I'm like, thanks a lot, dude. I just blocked you. That's my rant. And it's just freaking upsetting. I mean, I got an alt. Say my main tune is sitting on Norgan. All right. I have alts in a whole bunch of servers. You saw the list in the first episode. And I use those alts to see if I can actually perform anything in the guild. If I get to do anything in the guild. Will the guild allow me to do anything? Period. And so your item level, say, is 684, and someone says, hey, we're going to do Mythic Highball. And I'm thinking, hey, that's a good way to gear up my tune. Good way to get to know the guild. For me to get to know the guild is by doing progressing runs that gets my item level up on my gear. Whether it be PvP, whether it be doing normals, heroic, or mythic raiding. Alright? If I'm on that page, I get to know you. Talking to you on Facebook, logging into the game, doing transmog runs. Hey, we're going to pick flowers to farm. I'm not getting to know you. Sorry. When I'm in the game, I like to forget my real life, and it's all about progression for me. That's why I pay $15 a month. That's my enjoyment. Other people have their ways of playing the game. That is mine. And so I'm thinking High Maul. Because you got High Maul, you got Blackrock, and you got Hellfire. The guild is doing Hellfire raiding. They're posting about High Maul. I'm not trying to get into Hellfire because my item level is not high enough to do that. But it's a good normal item level to get gear, to get my item level up, to do more raiding past High Maul to get into Blackrock. Instead, I was informed that I have to have an item level 700 and I have to have the ring. So a player gets to do the run from a different server, and I asked, well, since you need that high item level, I do have a 705 DK. No. is not in the guild and is not in the same server. I wanted to say, well, you're bringing people in from different servers to do the run. You're a raid lead and you raid lead off of your main tune off a different server. Funny. Thought you were doing a full guild run. You know, if you got 10 players in the guild, you can have 2 people outside that don't have to be a part of the guild to make it a full guild run. 8 people is a requirement for a guild achievement or guild credit. I don't know what it is for 20 men. I think it, you know, if it's something like how 10 man is, it's probably needed 18 guildies. But you gotta be kidding me. So I can't do high mall rating in the guild. So these kind of things, these little small things, so I sit on my main tune and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking back in the day when I rated in Cataclysm. On Norgannon, I use Guild Onyx for, I think that's how you pronounce it. It gives you a progress report of characters and guilds, where they're ranked in the United States and the world, or how they're ranked on the server. On Norgannon, I was ranked in the top 25 Death Knights. When I transferred my tune to Stormrage, it was guildies that said, hey, you know, you could do the United States instead of just the server. Because on the server on Stormrage, I was in the top, I think I was still in the top 20. But in the United States, when I had moved, because the first time the ranking was done was when Firelands was the raid. When Dragon Soul became the raid, I was ranked in the top 70 or the top 75, somewhere around. And I thought that was Stormrage, and they're like, no, you're ranked in the top 25 on Stormrage, which was still the same thing. But in the United States now, I dropped from 25 to 75. And I took 2 guilds, raid lead with them, not on the same server. One on Norgannon, one on Stormrage. Took both guilds on that server in the top 30. And when there was a conversation in guild chat in one of the guilds. I'm in so many guilds, so if you're watching this and you think I'm directing you as a guild, you may be aware that you're not the only guild that I'm in. Just saying. I do have 47 tunes and they're all in guilds. And I'm very active in all those guilds. So now, well, minus the 61. Sometimes I'll log in at every weekend. I log on all my characters. During the week is all my 90 pluses, getting them, do the garrisons, do the garrison hop. I do that every day anyways. And at the end of the month I do my salvage yard, collect my gold up there. Anyways. So I'm in these guilds and it's like I've been searching for a raiding guild since Mr. Pandera. I can't get into a raiding guild. I have people when I make my post on Facebook about this, or when I did, I had one player tell me, well, it's because of your DPS. We don't run with each other. How do you know what the hell my DPS is? You don't come with me. I'm in your guild, but you don't run with me. So how the hell are you going to tell me what I need to work on? And the question isn't, I get this only from raiders. You raiders, I understand why there's wipes, because you can't follow the simple instructions. Here's the question. Why can't I get into a raiding guild? The answer to that question is, and mind you, the answer from the individuals, I haven't got to run with them. I can't go in dungeons with them. I can't do a damn thing with them. I'm I'm not in their clique. I'm not a famous YouTuber. I'm not big on the Twitch streams. I don't have a sponsorship. I'm not in a favoritism clique. I'm not the greatest loved individual on this planet. Heck, when I ask people for help, or do they need any help? Let me put it this way. Because when it comes to getting help, I do all my research first until I get stuck. Anyone need help getting stuff? Anyone want to do transmog runs? To the point to where whenever you ask the question, you get ignored. Why ask the question in the guild? You're getting ignored. No one's going to answer or respond. You could sit there for 15 days, ask a damn question, not one out of 700 people that are logged in are going to answer. Not one. Nobody. So, in guild chat, someone was talking about doing dungeons. And we were just having a conversation. And I made a comment. I'm like, the reason I told him, I like doing full guild dungeon runs better than going into a queue. And someone asked me why, and I'm like, well, the reason I do is because I get to learn how the player plays the game. Because I record the fight, and I go back and watch, even if it's a normal, I do it all the time. I go back and see what I could do better the next time. It's a habit of mine. And I watch other players in the video and see how they move and what their DPS is and how stressful I can pull things because I know what they're capable of doing because I've witnessed it. And I told them, well, back in the day in Cataclysm, I used to take people to run with me so I can raid with them. Since I used to be a raid leader, and it was my rule for me, myself, and I want to know what the player is capable of doing. So I would do queues in the dungeons. I was doing like, in a week, I was doing 100 to 500 dungeons a week. I mean, I get Valor capped on the first day of the week, and the first week I got level 85. It wasn't even the first week. I think it was, okay, I don't know. I got level 85 on a Monday. And Wednesday, I get the achievement with that pug. That, when you do 100 heroic dungeons at max level, I got that within a day and a half. As a matter of fact, I can actually get that achievement, I want to say, back in Cataclysm. It got to the point where I could actually get that achievement like 5 or 6 times a week. So, and I would always queue up for dungeons, and I was bringing guildies in with them. And people on Norgan, it's like, yeah, I'll come with you, come on. I'm a tank, I'll switch to Blood Spec, let's go. And, because I leveled up as a Blood DK. And I was forced to play a Frost DK, and I found out I ended up liking it, thank God. Because it would have been game over at that point. No one wants a tank. No one wants a tank. Nobody. I can't find anyone who wants a freaking tank. People tell me that they want a tank. You go join their guild and you come to find out, yeah, no they don't. DPS is the most hardest thing to find now. And it's sad. Really sad. And the person in guild chat, I know I'm swinging back. The person in guild chat was like, so wait a minute, you joined this guild so you can raid lead. Because I was doing runs with people in the guild back in Cataclysm. Now, mind you, we're in Warlords of Draenor. And I'm like, no, that's not why I joined this guild. I joined this guild to support the guild because I like people in this guild. I got friends in this guild. I'm not here to raid lead. And I commented back, I'm like, you know, I wouldn't mind raid leading. I love doing that. I would love doing raids. But I have to be an officer to do a raid. And he corrects me, no you don't. Yes I do. Because I tried. When I get to max level of my characters, I make an event. And I want to see what the guild is going to say about my event. Now, I haven't done this on Norganon because people are already doing it. I think. Or you can't find enough people. Because I look at how many people is in the guild, how many people log in, and I do this nightly, and it's like, yeah, I can't form a raid out of this. So I don't. Norganon is the exception to the rule. I can't form a raid in the guilds that I'm in. So, and the one guild that I'm in on Norganon, but this is a connected server with Cargrath. I'm not geared to run with that particular guild, which is understandable. I mean, I respect what they're doing. So when it comes to the gear level, the item level, you can't fault a guild on that. All right? And they prefer everyone in their particular guild. They don't do cross. They don't do cross server. They have close to 1,000 people in their guild, and they pull from the guild. And their thing is to get as many players in the guild, because the more people you get in the guild, and the more you open the door to raid, the more the people are going to want to stay. They found this out. This is on Norganon, and it works. They're a top rating guild, and when they invited my alt in, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I took it. That's like Midwinter saying, hey, you want to join the guild? Are you kidding me? And Midwinter saying, hey, anyone in the guild want to raid with us? Holy freaking cow. So, even though I'm on the same server, my main tune is not in the guild, so I can't run with them. It's their rules, and I can respect that. But I wanted to get away from the Norganon and Cargrath server. So, I don't know, it's gotten low. It's not how it used to be anymore. So I'm in these other guilds, and the one player he decided just to go off on me because I came to the server to raid lead. I'm like, no, I came to the server because I got friends over here. So I think a couple weeks after I joined a guild, I made an event to raid. I think it was Highmaw or Blackrock, and it was heroic. And my post was removed. Or they told me to remove the event. Only officers can create the raid. Well, in the Facebook group, moving on past it, I'm like, okay, yeah, the guild has that particular rule. I understand that. Someone mentioned something, and I know they weren't an officer, and I'm like, what? You can make an event? I thought only officers do. And all the officers went off on me about it. I'm sitting there going, I really wish I knew what your tune was, because I had 3 officers told me my event to raid needs to be deleted or removed, and it was a weekday raid. I think I posted it for, like a Wednesday in the evening, 7 p.m. my time, Central Standard Time, and no, you can't do it. Okay. And then on the Facebook group, oh no, you can do it. What the hell? I got 3 officers in the guild that whispers may remove the event. You can't do that, only officers can. And on the Facebook group, anyone can make an event. What the hell? I'm like, you know what? I don't even know what the hell you guys can allow or do. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. I wanted to raid. I get my ass chewed out for wanting to raid. I get one person telling me to get the F out of the guild because you want to raid. Jesus freaking Christ, man. God bless it. Damn. Holy crap. And then when I'm in the same conversation, I thought it was just a normal conversation, but I'm sitting here going, why is everyone chewing me out? Why am I getting ripped because I want to raid? I didn't beg the guild to raid. Someone made a comment. I posted my opinion about why I like running with the guilds, and it went from there. I was like, holy shit, that's the last time I'll post anything in guild. I don't log in on guilds anymore and say hi. The hell with that. Because God forbid someone says, hey, I need help to play my DK. And I respond, I can help you. I did that. It was in the same guild. I got a whisper, bot, you don't know how to play a Death Knight. Shut the hell up. Wow. Do my garrison and log out. So they posted in the Facebook group they need help with their DK. I'm like, I'm not touching that because I don't know how to play a Death Knight. Only raiders can help people. You need permission to do things. You make a video, post it in this particular group, and we'll give you feedback on it. No one gave me feedback on shit. Sorry. The other red flag is when someone tells me, hey, you're in this guild, it's a family. It is. I need help. I can help you, but you can't help. You don't have the ability to help. I'm going to make it an event to raid. But only officers can create an event. Not a raid event, an event. Only officers can create an event. Sorry. Hey Bod, why do you do dungeons with guildies only? Oh, because, you know, back in Cataclysm, this is why I did. Oh, so you come and join this guild to be a raid leader? We already got a raid leader. We don't need that. What the hell did you join this guild for? And then in the same conversation, what was your past experience in raiding? Now I got to type out my damn resume. I'm sitting here going, why the hell did I respond? I'm pissed off with me for responding in guild chat. What the hell did I just walk into? Holy crap. It's only Alliance. I mean, on one server for the Horde, I can have a conversation with someone. A Horde player says, I need help with my DK. I told him, hey, I can help you. And we're all chiming in, adding to the flavor, and the player's like, man, you all of you are awesome. Thanks for the help. I was a part of it. Dude, for the Alliance side, I'm judged based on my typing. My skills are how to play a class in the game is based on how I type. I'm judged based on that. So I can't raid. I'm stupid because the way I talk and the way I type. It's freaking damn frustrating because I'm on this keyboard, when I play the game, I don't use this keyboard because it's wireless. I can do unbelievable stuff. When I record my gameplay, I sit there going, I'm thinking I'm watching a YouTube video. I actually literally forget that it's me playing. I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I can't believe I can do this. Now, some of the things I obviously see, it's like, okay, yeah, it's not a YouTube video. I screwed that up. And I play it back and back and back and back again. Replay it, replay it, replay it, replay it. Heck, I even edit that particular part and I watch it to memorize it. So when I ever on this planet get to go back and raid again, which I doubt that will ever happen, But when I do, oh my God, someone had a brain fart. They allowed Bodconian to run with them. I remember that error and that mistake. And when I go into the battle, it's like, okay, there it is. Move. I correct the mistake and I don't make it again. And the second run's always better than my first run. So yeah, when someone tells me the guild is family, it's a red flag. Red flag. You don't want to know my definition of family. That's a whole different video. Basically, my family is what you see behind me. You don't see no real people behind me. Grant, I got my sister Misty. I love my sister. I took her to BlizzCon with me to experience the things that I like, to know the gaming community, what I do. And the rest of my family is, I love them all, but actions speak louder than words to me. Sorry. I mean, I tried to be a part of my family's life. That's why I moved to Florida. That was the biggest mistake of my entire life. And I'm about to correct that mistake. I'm actually looking to move way away from here. I'm actually doing research to find out where any of my family is living and not move there. Because every time I move into the state where my family lives, it's problems. And it's like, I want to live where I want to live. I want to do the things that I want to do and enjoy my life. Without the drama, without the headache, without the stress, and whatnot. And I might be moving in Anaheim, California. I spend more time talking with people in California. I might as well just move out there so I can hang out with people and actually go out to eat with people. Get to do things. I mean, I could do that here, but you get sick and tired of looking at people that are hanging with people and you're by yourself. I can't do anything with people. I don't know what it is. It's the way I talk. Oh my God, it's like I'm the biggest mistake on this planet. I've been told that, but no, you don't want to say a guild is family. I have a macro. I don't know if I should say this. I got a macro that I have on all my max level characters. If there's a level 100 in the guild, I got a macro on the action bar. It's a blue symbol with I think the Lordian, the L symbol that you can find in the icons. That symbol, I should actually take a screenshot of that and put that on. And it's a macro that is \G quit. Once drama starts to happen, once people start cursing me out, chewing me out, and BS happens, I just click that. Saves me the time and the effort to type it in. And then I log out of that tune so nobody whispers me. I go on another tune and just play the game. The only level 100 tune that doesn't have that icon is on Moonguard, because that's a whole different game of play. That's role-playing. Military guild that I'm in, the Argent Onslaught, that will never happen. I like that guild. I mean, I love every guild that I'm in. Do not get me wrong. But when it comes to raiding and PvP, that's why I play World of Warcraft. If I can't have it, I'm bored. Then that means I'm a number. I don't fit. I don't gel. I'm just logging in, doing my garrison hop. Boom. And it pisses me off because I want to raid and I can't. And I finally got to do some raiding, even though it's normal, but my tune is not capable of higher level of raiding in Hellfire. Just normal, because its item level is not high enough. I respect that. So I saw a post, hey, we're doing normal Hellfire. I'm sitting here going, yeah, there's a catch. You want item level 700 to do normal, and you want a ring. Right? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. So instead of typing those things in, I type with the hidden message. The hidden message is this: can I go in the run with you? Everything I just said is all in that little sentence. Yeah, it's implied. And response was, we'll log in. Okay. So I logged in, got an invite. I know everyone's going to expect. Waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I got Raid Chat in a separate window. And my eyes is glued to the Raid Chat. I'm waiting for something to blink. That would be a whisper. I'm waiting for it. I'm going to test these people. I'm waiting for it. My weapons are not enchanted. None of my pieces of gear is enchanted. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I should get a whisper. I better get a whisper. Got me. Huh. So we killed the boss, and I had recount up to actually look at my DPS. Not being enchanted, what am I doing? I'm like, alright. Some aspects of the fight, I was sitting close to 30,000. Some parts of the fight, as soon as my character moves, I noticed my DPS was dropping because I have to move in DPS. Because I'm a, melee, what you guys gotta understand, your character does great, outstanding DPS if he stands still. The moment he has to make any movement, forward, backwards, left, and right, your DPS drops. So I watch this, I'm seeing this, and it's like, I got to be in the run for 2 hours. Not one time did anyone talk about our DPS was low. Not one time did anyone tell me that I sucked. Not one time did someone point out my flaws. Not one time did someone point out my errors. You know the funny thing is, you couldn't. Now the only argument would be someone telling me, hey Bod, your DPS was low and you're not enchanted. That would be a legitimate reason for someone to say something. But they didn't. And I sat there going, this is the first time in current rating tier. Now, one person said 2 things that I know I expect to hear. My DPS was normal for my item level. And I was enchanted. I'm like, man, if I was enchanted, whoa. Wow. It would have been better. And I see that. It's like, okay, here's one thing that I do on my DK. Is when I get a new piece of gear, I don't enchant it. I want to put him in a stressful environment to see what his DPS is. So I can theory craft. Figure things out. Go with that flow. And when I got to go to the normal Hellfire, I'm like, this will be perfect. So the next time I get to raid with the guys, or they allow me to raid, they'll inspect and go, oh, he's enchanted now. Huh. Okay. No problem. So it is what it is. So nobody didn't say nothing. Thank you. You just let me play the game and we'll see what needs to be done. If I'm dying to mechanics, or if the only time raid leaders, you need to shut the hell up. I'm going after you raid leaders. You guys need to shut the hell up on people's DPS, good or bad. This guild did not talk about anything regarding DPS. So this has nothing to do with that normal run. If any of them happen to watch this, you're excluded. I'm talking about back when High Mob was a thing. And I'm running with one particular guild. And he was going off on DPS. He was like, God, your DPS is low. I'm sitting there going, we're not getting the boss down below 80%. People are dying to mechanics. How about we figure out the mechanics first, and then we talk about DPS? Because if our DPS was on par, we're not killing the boss. We're dying to the easy mechanics. People are sending in bad stuff. Hell, the tank is not pulling the Breaking Spore boss to the mushroom, where the mushroom is doing healing. I noticed this because I saw green on my character. And I'm looking at recount, and it tells you where the healing is coming from. Because something just naturally just told me to go buy the mushroom. But they're keeping the boss away from us. Hello, bring that boss, damn it, close to the mushroom. And maybe we could bust him down while our healing is up. The mechanics is the reason we're wiping. It ain't because of DPS. Shut the hell up. Jesus Christ, man. My item level at that time in Highmaul, I believe, was 660. I believe I was 660 when I went in there. His and everyone else's item level was like 690. I'm under geared. But the DPS that is required for these bosses, that you need to be at least this. I was meeting that number. I had recount up. I saw what I needed to do. I put that damn freaking raid leader on ignore, and I got out of raid call. I was like, you know what? Can we please call this damn thing? Because I feel like I want to just take my fist into the monitors and punch his face out. Because he's a recount watcher. Mechanics are not important. I see one number off. You suck. There's only one boss in all 3 raid tiers that is a DPS race fight. And that's the it's in Highmaul. Oh, I gotta think of his name. The hunters have to disengage. There's 2 markers, and once our stacks at a certain high level, the hunters are supposed to disengage. They take the stacks off the melee DPS. There's a pig boar that everyone bursts down. You fall down this off the road. You take damage. They pull the boar. They kill him. They're running through the water. They get onto the platform and they fight this boss. It's the second boss that everyone fights after Kargrath, where he pulls you to the center and he spins you around and you get thrown into the stands. I mean, I didn't know those mechanics of the fight, but everyone in Vent in Raid Call was telling me, hey, Bod, you're on it. You know what you need to do. I use common sense when I raid. I got raid awareness. I can figure out the mechanics by running in there. I don't know why. I just have it. And I have it. I have that skill. Now, mind you, sometimes I look in the room and go, I need help with this. I need to know what I need to do. But with Brackenspore, it was easy. How about we pull him to the mushroom? Something just told me if I was a tank to put him close to the mushroom. Then when the mushroom goes away, take him, move him back. I don't know. Tectus was an easy fight. I love Tectus because you had this wall, line of sight. I was like, ooh, line of sight in a mechanic in a raid fight. Oh my god. I love that fight. I'm a raider who loves mechanics and can keep up with everybody. 98% of the time, I'm the last guy standing. My DPS is where it's supposed to be at. Like I said, I didn't have any enchants. I didn't think I was going to get the raid. So it was spur of the moment. So it wasn't like I was getting ready. So why, and you might say, well, why don't you enchant your gear? I can't get into a raid. Why am I going to waste my time putting shit on my stuff if I can't use it? I'm not wasting my gold to sit around wait for 8 months to do a damn thing. No one's going to the armory inspecting me. No one's telling me in guild chat, hey, this is why you can't get into a raid. No one's telling me on Facebook, hey, if you do this, you do that, we'll let you raid with us. No one's saying that. No one's freaking telling me why I can't. I'm ignored. I'm a number in the guild. Get over it. That's how it is. That's a fact. That's World outdoors at Draenor, I can't do nothing because the guilds are putting it around my neck. With this raiding knowledge and this raiding experience that I have, when I do get to raid, I record it and I watch the film like football. I used to play football when I was younger. And I had no one record the game, so I would watch the highlight reels over and over again if I could. And when VCRs was the thing and got to record on tape, I would record a football game and I would replay that particular, I wore out my rewind button just so I could go back to the film and watch. So whenever I got to play football, I would mimic the run, see what goes on, and take from things. I mean, now that I get to raid, I can actually record it, and I would sit for hours and just watch the film over and over again, especially the wipes. When I die, I go back to the film and go, okay, why am I dying? And because I always change my camera, and I got everything macroed. Like on my arrows, I go strafe left or strafe right by the number keys, and the mechanic is happening. So I'm over there attacking, and they're like, okay, we need everyone stacking on me. I see where the person's going. I go to the left, go to the back, boom. Turn the camera, okay, spread out. Makes my character move. Even though my camera is here, makes my character still go this way. Because it doesn't automatically turn back. I got that unchecked. So I'm doing that. Turn, 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 turn. Ah, here comes the blobs. I see it. I got the camera aimed on it. Got my character turning that same direction. Here comes the blobs. No problem. My character is already doing this. Blob misses me. When we did kill the boss, I didn't see the other blob that came because it messed up my camera view. I wasn't prepared for that particular angle. And you can hear him. Oh, we didn't mean to pull the boss right there. We should have. It was a bad pull. We still killed the boss. So it's like, yeah. So I didn't get no achievement. They said there was an achievement if you if you don't get hit with the purple blobs in Hellfire. I think it's on the third boss. You get an achievement. So I didn't get the achievement because it just nicked me as I was making the run. I was like, dang. Now I was off the boss. I mean, I was actually using my mouse to move. I hit the tab key to auto run. It's like, eh. The blob came quicker than I expected, so yeah, that one was on me. I sat there going, yep. But when I do die early in the fight, I'm like, okay, what did I do? What did I do wrong? What should I have done? And there's an add-on called Death Notes, but Blizzard implemented that Death Notes. Blizzard Entertainment implemented Death Notes automatically in the game. It's called Recap. So I'll hit Recap to see what I did that caused me to die. And I just study it. I go to the journal to find out what the name is. Write that name down. I go into the DBM. You can do this all while you're dead. I go in the DBM and see if I got it check marked. Move everything around so when I see it flash, I just move out of the way so it doesn't happen again. I mean, that's how I raid. I guess that's not good enough. No one tells me to do these things. I just naturally do it. That's just, it's not important to anyone. All they care about is recount. So the person, made the post. They're frustrating. They had the same skills, but they're a hunter. They play a hunter, and it seems like there's a lot of hunters these days. I wonder if that could be a reason. I mean, I play a Frost Death Knight, and I play a whole bunch of other classes too, but I don't want to say nothing. That I play a Shadow Priest, I play a Destro Warlock. I can learn any spec. The only difficult class I have is a Rogue, and all other specs. I just have a problem with the Rogue. But I can play anything else. I mean, to me, the way I play, it's not that hard. I do my research, I dig and find things, figure out the best rotation, I theory craft my rotation, I go into PvP random battlegrounds to see what my character can do, what the rotation is, and when I die, okay, let me try to move this around and see what happens, come across a good thing, and boom. That's just how I play the game. And I love doing that type of stuff. But I can't do anything. No one wants me to do anything. You have to transfer to a server and hope that the guild will let you do things. It's frustrating. You got this talented skill and you can't use it. It's just a waste. And then when you got guilds that tell you, hey, just come to our server, level up a character, you get to level 30, get to level 40, you're like, I'm bored. And it becomes a character you never go back to, and then 4 weeks later you just delete the tune. So you create a Death Knight. At least you're past the level 30, 40 threshold, but you're stuck in the Outlands. You log out, you log back in. I hate the Outlands at level 60. Oh my freaking god, I hate it with a damn passion. Now, I like Northrend leveling because I love the lore, I love the story. But I gotta get there. I hate the fact that Death Knights have to deal with the Lich King just to go back to play with Illidan. If they could just come out at level 68, that would be better. I mean, I would prefer that instead of level 55, make them level 65. And then, or just keep them at level 55 and they come out at level 68 to go to Northrend. I would prefer that because it makes sense with the lore. I get done dealing with the Lich King just to go back to Outlands. Oh, but there's a Death Knight lore there. Where? Because I ain't fighting that crap. I gotta go through Hellfire. There ain't not a damn thing about freaking Death Knights in Zinger Marsh, in Nagrand, in Hellfire, in Blasted Edge, maybe in Shadow Moon. I gotta be level 60, what? 7 for that? I gotta get to level 67 first. They sure in the hell ain't out there. Maybe in a book they are. You click on the books in the game, you can read about it. You know, you boost a tune to level 100, my DK that is. I leveled 7 of them from level 55 all the way up. Before boosting was a thing. Did that back in Mr. Pandera. Because I was in guilds that actually gave me motivation to do things. But it was mostly to 85. I mostly leveled to 85 because back in Cataclysm, I was in guilds and I could raid and I'd get a DK up, bam. Get to level 85 like in 3 days from level 55, bam. Because I knew how to do all that stuff, and I mostly leveled up through PvP so I can perfect the certain spec and the rotation, because I'll forget what the rotation is. I didn't want to go my main tune and write them down. I just wanted to relearn it, and it works. I like it. I like doing it that way. It's just getting past that stupid threshold of the Outlands. So archaeology was the thing. So I grinded PvP battles, or that came later. I mean, in Cataclysm it was archaeology. I didn't mind doing I love doing archaeology actually. PvP, random battlegrounds, and queuing up for dungeons. That was through the Outlands. Once I got to level 68, bam, game over. You could get to level 80 from 68 within a couple hours in Northrend. Way too easy. I used archaeology to get out of level 60. And then once 68 came, that would take a day and a half to go from level 58 to level 68 was a day and a half. And after that, within a day, I'm ding, level 85. Because once you hit level 80, you have the what I did in Cataclysm at level 80, I would do all of Deepholm, all of Mount Hyjal to unlock the dailies, knock them out, start with Udum. I can't pronounce the word, sorry. You can type it out how to pronounce it. That's different than saying it. So when I'm in Udum, leveled up, I'm actually at 84 when I do those two things. Then boom. Now with pet battles, I leveled a tune from 80 to 85, and I didn't even finish any of the questing zones because with pet battles, flew through that stuff fast. So pet battles will actually help me through the 60 zones, and it has. So it's perfect. So I got a couple tunes that's level 64 and level 65. Yes. But you know, you can only do so much during the day. I know I'm getting off track, but raiding. It's just upsetting that guilds now. What it is you have to be in a clique. You have to be famous just to raid. Man, if I was like Swifty, you know, with my fan base, and transferred to a server, I'm on the raiding team. Think I'm in. Don't matter. Heck, I could stay on Darkspear and raid on Darrowmere. I'm on the raid team. I can raid every single night with them. They'll make the exception. That's just how it is. But we know that person. That's different. But when you ask them, hey, can I do that on my main tune? Because I'll be number 2 on another server. Out of 10 people, you got 8 guildies. Now you need 2 people. One's from a different server. Hey, can I bring my other tune from the other server? You got your 10. You already got 8 in the guild. Oh no, we're doing a full guild run. Oh, and you have to have item level 700, and you have to have a ring to do high maul. Just saying. But the core team that was doing high maul did not do Hellfire. I was not item level 700. Don't have the ring on this tune. And I'm not enchanted, but I could do normal Hellfire. But I can't do high maul at item level 700. Am I missing something here? I mean, hello? The high maul was a core team. That was the mistake. It was a core team. The normal run wasn't. I can't on high maul, which is 2 tiers below Hellfire. Missed everything, but I could still do Hellfire. Am I missing something here? I mean, it's funny how the mentality of how these people, it's a science I don't get it. And they're not a road first or server first guilds that I'm running in. Seriously? Oh, it baffles me. It's like, it's equivalent to when you look for a group finder to look for a raid, and it's normal high maul, and you have to have the heroic or mythic achievement kill on Archimon to do Highmaul. You have to have an item level 720 to do normal. I'm not talking heroic or mythic Highmaul, I'm talking normal. You have to have this. One guild that does only LFR, to recruit outside, you must have cleared all mythic to join the guild. I saw a recruitment post on that. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You do only LFR, but you want people outside the guild to have cleared all of mythic. You have to have every mythic boss killed to join the guild so you can do LFR runs. They don't do normal runs. I'll let you think how stupid that sounded. Which now, since I'm really going to be repeating myself here, and again, I'm in all kinds of guilds, so you all can pick and choose what guild I'm talking about, because I'm not going to tell you what guild that I'm talking about. If I'm even talking about a guild that I'm in. Just saying. I see a whole bunch of posts, and we're talking about all kinds of posts, but this past week in World of Warcraft, I finally, in one guild, I got to raid in the Hellfire normal, which was great. I didn't know I was not enchanted until after the first pull. I'm like, but my reason behind it was, what are the chances of me getting to raid? Will never ever happen. But I was wrong that night, and I was so excited that my hand started to shake when I started doing PvP back in Cataclysm. My hand, I would get so excited with the stress that I couldn't handle it. So my hand would just naturally do this on the keyboard. And when we were doing the raid, my hand was doing that. I was like, you gonna stop? I mean, that's how I'm DPSing. Strap left, right. I mean, that's how I DPS now. And wait for certain things to flash, wait for timing. If I see a flash happening and I'm not in a good position to hit the boss, I'm going to move in position first, turn, click, get in position, and then do my little Outbreak, Soul Reaper, Howling Blast, because it adds all kinds of dots. And then just do my normal attacks. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, wait a second, boom. If I know we're at the end of the fight and my runes aren't up where I can't do nothing on my keyboard, it's like, empower a weapon please. Bam, everything shows up. I got 2 flashes. I find which one that keeps, that dumps all my runes. I won't use that attack. I'll save that one last. Use my main attack so I can really do as much DPS that I can to down the boss quicker. So it's all about typing, or timing. So yeah, I finally got to do Hellfire. Forgot about gear. I was so excited to get into a damn raid that I didn't care about gear. I just wanted to run with the guild. I felt like I was a part of the guild for the first time ever. And I wasn't a number out of 1,000 people. And God, I really got emotional on that, didn't I? Jesus. That the gear was dropping. I clicked on it. I saw all red. None for me. Just kept going. Ran to the next boss, getting ready to run. And I watched the video after. I'm like, oh my God, they were rolling for gear. So I paused it to type in, there was a trinket. And there was a one-handed weapon. The druid was talking about the weapon for transmog, how great, awesome looking that was. And now the weapons that I had on was 700. which was a PvP weapon. But the weapon that dropped was actually, I could have used, but it was item level 690. I think that's probably why I didn't, because I clicked on, I saw the stats, hit it, the stats showed up real quick and it was 690, I got rid of it. That's probably why. But there was a trinket that I clicked on that I could have used. I was like, oh crap. I didn't roll on it. You ever done something in my trinkets that I had? I think I had a 610 and I had a 650 trinket. And the gear in there was 690. Hello? And I didn't roll on it. I was too damn excited that I was in the raid that I didn't care. And I think we killed 3 bosses. Might have been 2. Yeah, we killed 2 bosses. We couldn't kill the 3rd boss. The one that had 3 circles on the ground. You enter it, you go into another zone or another area of the fight, and you have to stand in one area because when you come back, you're near the boss. So we killed 2 bosses. I didn't roll on any pieces of gear. There was only maybe 2 items I could have rolled on. The one-handed weapon that someone rolled for transmog, and there was a trinket that I could have used. I think I could have used. I'm not sure. Or I thought I could have used, but it had agility on it. Probably it was because of that. It might have been because of the agility. And I didn't look to see what the weapon could be used in my Mogget for transmog. So I was really just freaking excited that I was running. Oh, the second boss, I didn't click on it to see what gear was in there. I ran to the next room. I didn't care. And someone linked and they were talking about a weapon, so I clicked 690X because I had 700s. I bought 2 PvP weapons at item level 700. So yeah, that's why I didn't get those. So that's why I didn't roll for it. That could be it. Oh well. It is what it is. But that was my week in WoW. Just Garrison, getting my gold. That was about it. The C chart is so freaking annoying. My ring is off of the C chart. It's off of the C chart. I don't ever think the C chart's ever gonna drop. It's 2 weeks now and the thing has not come down. And it's 2 days to do the thing. Blizzard, really, what the hell is 2 days for? You could have done just 1 day. Darn it. It's like I'm practically just giving up. And you want me to do it on my alts? F you with the alts, man. The C chart? The hell with that. I ain't doing it. Plus, I'm not doing silver on my for my alts either. I haven't even queued up for a dungeon. Why should I? None of the gear is needed for me to do it. On my alts. My main tune, there's nothing that can drop from my main tune. Nothing. The mythic dungeons ain't gonna drop nothing for me. What am I gonna do that for? Valor? Yawn. I'm about to be Valor upgraded, capped on my tune. A couple more pieces and I got it. Right now I'm just doing Fellblight for my hands. Because I can make that 715, upgrade it 2 more times. Bam! 720 on my bracers and on my hands. No problem. But I do it in order. I go for the lowest item level to get up there. So some of my Balfell gear is now at 705. Like I said, the chances of me to raid, they're chanted on my main tune. That's my main focus, but item level now is at 705, I believe. I haven't even looked. It's been a couple weeks and I've upgraded ever since. Didn't do the tomes last week because the C chart wasn't dropping for me, so I didn't see that as being. it's a total complete waste of my time to go queue up for an LFR to get the tomes. So I'll find out what happens next. Got Garona. That was the most annoying quest in the history of quest in the game. But I digress. So I got to raid in Hellfire, normal. It was awesome. It's not like LFR. LFR is weak. I don't like normals either, but my tune isn't geared for heroic, so normals fit for that particular character that I'm on. So I was fine with it because it was still stressful and it was not easy doing the stuff that I needed to do because of the lack of gear. Not the lack of skill, because I got the skill, but it was the lack of gear. So, other than that, hopefully this week I'll do some, I would love to do dungeons with the guild. My God. I would just love to do dungeons, PvP, and raiding. I would love to help other players to better their classes, and maybe I won't be a number anymore in a lot of guilds that I'm in. I'm just, well, again, Garrison Hop, bye. So, other than that,